once again. It's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Good morning, Southern Fried Podcast fans and all you breadheads out there in Cornbread Nation. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Humpday. We have made it.
We have made it.
We are through Tuesday. Now we're middle of the week. Yep, we're a week and a day out from the presidential election, and we still don't know who's going to control the House. I'm sorry, the House of Representatives.
Well, I think they finally got it. I think they're right there. I think that's what I saw yesterday is that they do, but we should be okay. A lot of talk, but it's interesting when you look back at things that happened in history. And today is the anniversary of a couple of things. One is very moving. The Vietnam Memorial was dedicated in 1982 on this day, Rob.
Oh.
You know, those 58,000, troops and soldiers that were slain in that war. Also in 1956, the bus segregation was overturned, and the Paula Jones settlement was announced. Of course, where he was accused of some things, and she got paid. So all that happened today in history.
Wow. That's a lot of stuff going on. Well, I'm going to keep a low profile today.
A low profile. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah. Michael, you doing all right this morning?
And good morning to those on Instagram that are now starting to come in. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Rob, we had the biggest live we ever had Monday night. 53 total in the live, counting all the streams together and everything. That's pretty cool. We appreciate everybody's support. Now, I know we had some folks that were coming in to see Travis, but we appreciate those.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. That was fun.
It was a lot of fun and a lot of information, and he's supposed to be back with us next Monday, and we'll venture down with some different questions for him about things he wants to see. I've got a short list that I'm working on of some things that are a little more cutting edge, a little more. Love to hear what he has to say about some things, but we won't. We won't grill him real hard, but we do want to hear. I mean, there's things that I think is important. That's a good way for him to get his message out and cover a lot of things that people are concerned about. Hey, quick, just ask everybody to pray this morning. A lady that works for me, her daughter was in rolled a van yesterday. Somebody hit her. She rolled 3 times. She's at Erlanger. Late last night, they were doing CT scans. They didn't know a whole lot. But the guy took off on foot. Like, she sent me pictures. But he took off on foot after he hit her. But pray for her daughter. And her brother is a guy that I went to church with for several years. Great guy. He's battling some cancer and is in the hospital as well. I think he's trying to get switched over to Erlanger. He's at Memorial, but here in Chattanooga. But pray for those two, and just some things going on this morning. But I know that she appreciates it. She does pop into the stream sometimes and gives us likes and says hello. And obviously, I don't expect that this morning. She's got a lot going on, but I do want to ask a prayer for her.
All right.
So Michael says Travis was talking about Alan Middleton Sr. and Alan Jr. was married to my first cousin. So it's a small world. Small
Yeah.
world. I really enjoyed talking to him. He just had a real straightaway approach to stuff. But I liked that he didn't dodge anything. He said, let's talk about it. I love that. He's
Absolutely.
not running. Some politicians, they're almost like on eggshells, afraid you're going to ask them something they're not ready to answer. He said, let's talk about it. So we'll up the ante a little bit this coming Monday and talk about a few more, because there's things I'd like to know about, such like books in school libraries and stuff like that. Those are things that school boards deal with, So I'd just like to get his thoughts on that. But I thought we had a really good discussion about school security. I enjoyed talking about that. And he
Yep.
and he gave us information I didn't know. Um, so anyway, hopefully we'll have another big live on Monday, and that'll be cool. We've got some interviews coming up, some that were planned, some that we're working on, and so we'll keep some people in front of you that are interested. Remember Friday night, Rob. I'll be really close to. I hopefully will be back right on time to get in the front porch. But I'm going to the state park to listen to the ranger talk about the chupacabra.
Oh, God. You
I'm
need
going
to
to try
talk
to get a little
about
bit of interviews there, and Lynn's going to go, and I've got to check on the ticket for Kaylee. She's decided she's going to go, so we're going to ride up. It's an hour talk. It's not nothing real long, but I should be done plenty of time to boogie back home and jump in that morning,
well,
or that evening, excuse me. But I'm looking forward to that.
well, Dave. Hopefully, you'll be able to tell me about the chupacabra, Dave.
Well, and it's in relation to
Chupacabra.
Indian folklore too. So they've got stories. I'm hoping to get some of those stories recorded, because they say there's maybe some scary stories for kids. You be careful with your kids, but my kiddo's 12, she'll be okay.
Uh,
Yeah, Michael, he probably has seen me, but I think I briefly crossed paths with him. But we were on different sides of that mill. That's a big place. Hey, when you work in an outlier, back in the day, Rob, when you worked in like finishing or something, you never really let you. First of all, they told you couldn't leave your department, right? You could get fired for that. Wrote up and fired. They kept you on one side of the facility, and you had to get permission to leave, like unless your job had a reason to go into another department. And you
yeah,
were told to stay in your department, so you never saw 98% of the workforce there.
right. But man, did you see the people in that department? My goodness, they were
Oh yeah,
everywhere. Hmm.
absolutely.
Uh, you know me, I always followed the rules.
Am I supposed
I
to
get,
listen there or laugh? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
dude, you know me, I get caught up and be way ahead and be like, what do they do over here? uh,
Hey, real quick this morning, get this in early. We're going to shoot a shout out to Pope Joy, Iowa. Grand total population 77, baby.
oh,
So
Pope
shout
Joy.
out to our folks in Iowa there at Pope Joy.
Yeah.
Salute to you this morning.
Is that our first Iowa?
I think so.
Hmm.
Pope Joy,
Pope Joy. I like that. Hey,
77.
I got a question for you there. What do you think about Pete Helsketh or Hegseth, however you say his name, as for Secretary of Defense?
Well, we're going to talk about some of those positions in just a second. So give me just a minute. I've got an overlay I'm going to pull up in just a minute. We're going to there's quite a few things been named, and I've got comments. So I just want to get some of the morning things or
Okay,
first things out of the way, and
I
then we'll
understand.
dive into that. I've got stuff, man. I've got stuff because I can't wait till Sunday night because we got things been announced really quickly. So I'm definitely going to be give it a second. But we will say across the nation today on weather looks pretty good, Rob. There's a little bit of rain, but these temperatures cool in the morning and it doesn't get real hot.
Hmm.
But there is a tropical storm that possibly will hit Florida. One more. There is a tropical storm.
Oh,
I
we
don't
don't
know
need
the
that.
path, but there is a tropical storm that may hit Florida or hit it as a tropical storm. I just saw briefly a little bit of news about that.
Well, let me go ahead and throw this out there. We don't need no more storms this year.
I
We've had
know.
enough.
I know. No
Really,
doubt.
really and truly, we've not had that many storms, but they've just been centered right on heavily populated areas and everything else. We don't need no more. We've had
Hey,
enough.
Ezekiel 42, thanks for coming in. And definitely will add you to our Discord. I'll take care of that. Appreciate you being in the stream this morning.
Absolutely. We're glad to see you here. And if you have Facebook, we have a page set up in there for Cornbread Nation as well. That's our breadheads. And just reach out, just follow the page there, and that'll get you in on our breadhead community. We try to do updates on there and keep everybody informed as to what's going on. Sometimes we make changes, but yeah, jump in there.
I'll get you added this morning. Once we get off the show. But thanks for popping in. I like you said, hey mate, where are you from? Could this be down under? That would be cool.
Oh,
of course, it would be tomorrow. This
be a day ahead.
Pretty close. That's a long ways away. Michael was PCT leaf shop, but did work for all departments. Well, you're just a man of the world. You just did work all around. Michael seems like he should have been a truck driver, delivering loads across the world, across the United States. He just seemed like he should have been that.
I think
or at least the guy that goes out and repairs trucks. Maybe he's that guy. You see the truck on the side of the road fixing the tire for the truckers and all. Maybe that's Michael. He is tire man, so that would fit.
I could see Michael out there. Breaker 19. This is the rubber duck. I went way back for that one, dude.
Man, you just lost all the young crowd. Rubber duck. What's that?
Okay, y'all. Way back when, there was a movie called Convoy, and he had what you drove in the 1980s. It had a famous singer-songwriter named Chris Christopherson who starred in it. And this is way back in the day. They had songs and everything. They played them on the radios, But yeah, that was his CV handle, was the Rubber Duck.
And Granny McGill, he says, was born half Cherokee, and her brother had some stories. I hope to get these stories. I'm anxious to hear them, and hopefully we'll get some interviews about that, about the Bigfoot, Chupacabra, and all that about those. I'm curious about that. I like that this is Ranger led. I like that they're doing this and having this talk. I just think it's cool. So, well, I'm excited about going.
Dave, when you come down here, we're going to do our own little paranormal outing. Down here, we've got the Legend of the Lady in White at the White Bridge Creek Bridge. We're going to go out there.
Yeah, we're going out there.
I'm going to try to talk Madison from ARA into joining in with us. I think that would be a fun outing. Kind of mentioned to my wife last night, she's not going.
She's not going.
No. If we get me, you, and Cook out there, I don't figure we got much to be afraid of. At least I hope not.
Those are famous last words from everybody that was ever in a horror movie. It'll be okay. Let's go swimming.
Yeah, let's go up to the abandoned camp at the lake. Yeah.
What was it called? Crystal Lake?
Yeah.
Friday the 13th? Wasn't that Crystal Lake?
Yes, that was Crystal Lake. Oh, there's nothing out there.
Yeah. How many kids were probably scared? You had the hand coming up out of the water with the knife and all that. How many kids were probably afraid of the water after that for a while?
I don't know. If that didn't do it, I mean, I mean, they already had Jaws started out, and then they did it. They just got to make everybody afraid of the water. Why? That's probably the safest place for you to be unless there's a shark or an alligator. Oh my goodness. I just found a story. Oh, there's got to be a picture of this.
What's that?
I've got to get this up somehow. I can't blow it up. Let's see if I can do this. This is off Fox, by the way. It says more than 31 million in meth concealed in shipment of peppers seized at the Texas-Mexico border. And so I'm wondering, how in the world are you going to shove that much meth into these peppers? And the Serrano peppers, so I mean, it's not like it's I don't know.
Wow.
Here's
How sad.
It's sad, but it's funny because, oh, look at down here in the wheelbarrow. So what did they do? Just wrap this stuff up in green saran wrap and throw them in amongst the peppers?
I don't know.
Wow.
That's just really sad, man.
It's sad. But who took the time? And I thought maybe they had put it inside the peppers is what I was thinking. And I'm sitting over here thinking, now who had that job? That has to be a rough job if you're going to stuff those peppers with meth, you know. And I've heard of stuffed peppers before, but this is getting ridiculous. It's sad. Wow. It really is. And I'm glad they caught it. I'm not sad about that. 31 million in meth. Over 2,000 pounds stuff or hidden in amongst the peppers.
Wow.
Make you think before you order stuffed peppers again.
I also had this card. I put it out on Facebook. I haven't been able to get out the other streams. Yeah, hot mess. Yeah, but Debbie, we advertise for their energy drinks, but they do have merch, and so there's some new merch that's dropped, and I put it on a card. And so if anyone goes there, this is very popular with gamers and stuff. But if you go there and order something, use the promo code Southern Fried, you get 10% off, and that's also helps us. But they just dropped some of these and sent me an email about it. So pretty cool. I like a couple of those. I have to check in to get me a W shirt for the show, or the hat. The hat was kind of hidden behind their logo, but I like that. I had to get me a hat and a shirt. I like that. Very cool.
Yes. Well, we are rocking and rolling this morning. We got a few people in this morning. Everybody come in. They wasn't going to come in until they saw I was on here.
Well, we've got quite a few in Instagram. We appreciate all of you in Instagram coming in.
Absolutely.
I apologize. I will pop. I need to I think I need to do that, put the Discord out there. But anybody like to join the Discord, just leave me a message on Instagram, and that's a way to join. We'll eventually join a lot of our chats together in Discord where you can chat all the time. Obviously, you don't have to be even in the show. And so we'll make sure you get that. But yeah, love to have everybody in the streams this morning. Really a blessing. We are the Southern Fried Podcast.
We're Southern and fried. Well, not all the way Southern fried.
And we're also Cornbread Nation.
Yeah. So call our fans out there. They're part of the Cornbread Nation. They can get out there and be bread heads. We like, Jimmy Buffett had the parrot heads. We got the bread heads. So
that's right. we're gonna have some more merch coming on that. I was thinking the other night when because we really do. We're called the Southern Fried Podcast, but Travis said the chicken. He put the chicken part in there, but we do have merch that has the chicken on top of the skillet and the cornbread. There is merch out there in our store with that, so I thought that was cool.
Yes. I think it's a mama said, I like my podcast like I like my chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have a tie in there, so we're okay. We like some chicken now. The Southern Fried Podcast now, absolutely. And one of these days soon, we're going to have the Southern Fried Podcast coffee, different blends. It's coming in the new year, folks.
We're working on it.
In the new year, you can order your coffee from us. It's going to come. We just got to get some things in place. We've already identified the who, the what, the when, the where. We got to finish figuring out the names of them, Rob. We got to need to get down and kind of get that ready here at the end of the year. Our different blends and they'll be tied into a lot of our show names and of course the overall name. But we'll have our own. It'll be the Southern Fried logo.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's do this when it comes time to naming the different coffee blends. Why don't you pick a name? I'll pick a name, and we'll let Cornbread Nation pick a name.
Well, we'll have to come to an agreement on it. I mean, just making sure that it's. I mean, what I say is we kind of do some polling on it and see what people like, because that's the thing is making sure that it yeah, chicken with the SFP logo, yeah, absolutely. But making sure that that it's that it rings, it has has a way about it. People like the name and everything, so that's kind of cool. So sometimes what I think might be good might not be the best, but I think we got a pretty good idea of things we throw out there. But we'll definitely put out there and let them submit a name, and and we'll do some polling. We could do that through some of the shows as well.
I think we've come up with some pretty good names.
I do.
I mean, Dave's Girly Morning Blend. You got Robert's Colon Cleaner. Regular.
Those were not names that were selected, Rob.
Why not? What's wrong with Rob's Colon Cleaner?
Because I'm not ordering anything that's called that.
I bet you'd order if it was Uncle Jeb's colon cleaner.
No, I would not. Nothing with the word colon in it is going to be a part of that. Nothing.
Where's your sense of adventure?
That's an adventure I don't want to be a part of. All right, let's pull up again some of the appointments and talk about them.
Okay.
All right. We already talked about or mentioned Susie Wiles as the chief of staff. Some of these people might not be as familiar with, but he dropped a whole bunch yesterday. Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Stephen Miller, the National Security Advisor Mike Walls. He is fired up and ready to go. The EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin. I'm familiar with Lee Zeldin, but really all these I'm sort of familiar with Lee a little bit more than the other two. I really love the Ambassador of the United Nations, Elise Stefanik. She's been very close to the administration for a long time. I think this is a great appointment for her, and I do like that. One of my favorite two on here is Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. He released a statement last night that he was absolutely thrilled. He's been going to Israel since 1973. He said, "I love Israel. I'm honored to be in this position." And Rob, I think this is one of the best one on the board. Mike Huckabee will be a great ambassador to Israel, and I really love that. I think all these are good. I think he's hitting home runs on all these. Immigration, border protection, Tom Homan, and he's already come out very strong.
Oh, he has. What do you tell the governors? These sanctuary cities and stuff. And hey, if you don't want to help us, fine, just stay there.
Yeah, he says he's been wanting to do this for 4 years, so I love it. He's ready to go.
Well, this will be the second time he's come out of retirement to work under Trump.
Love this guy. Special Envoy of the Middle East, Stephen Witkoff. The CIA Director, John Ratcliffe. And, of course, what was mentioned, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. I like him. I love this appointment. It'll get scrutinized really hard by the left. Obviously, all these will. I kind of think this one might be scrutinized a little bit more because of it is a huge one, Not that CIA director's not, but we got things going on around the world. But I love this pick. I do love Pete, and read some of his stuff, and of course listened to him, and
Yes.
he loves America. And my MAGA minute this morning is talking about bringing back Rob, bringing back pride to the military. Our numbers are down. We've got to do a review of leadership of the military and get these people out of there that have been causing soldiers to leave the military. And there may be, we need to bring back some folks that were forced out if they want to come back. But Pete's the guy to do that. And then he's got Elon and Levick, and this new government efficiency department, which I really like because Rob, they're going to clean some federal house. They're going to have some federal housekeeping.
Dude, can you imagine how many dollars this country could save just on that? My goodness.
There's a lot of fat in the government, a lot of fat, and there's people just sitting around doing nothing or doing things they shouldn't be doing. And there's fixing to be a purge. And
Yes.
I think Americans are all over that.
Now, on Pete Hesketh, I had a question on that. Is he not still serving?
Look at this.
Walking, talking, and gawking. I can do it. Now I'm stuck on the chicken gawking. Come on, Dave. Let's hear your best chicken.
I think I'll defer to you on the voices and sounds.
What? No.
That seems to be your.
You gotta do one chicken. Come
on. I'm not a good. I don't do good chicken.
You do a good cow.
No, I do. The only ones that ever hear my voices, the only people that ever hear my voices, my grandkids. I always do. I still do that with them. My wife has heard them obviously because she's around, and my mother-in-law. That's it. Well, maybe Jeremy. I don't think Josh has ever heard me do them, but that's it. They don't make appearances out in the public or anything like that. So they. I have done a lot. I like to cut up with kids, so I do. Yeah. I do sounds. I don't really do like mimic people. I do sounds, animal sounds. I make up sounds.
Okay. Well,
have fun with my kids.
Come on, Davey. Grandpa Davey. What does the cow say?
The cow says no. No. That's what the cow says.
That's not very nice. So Pete has over 20 years in the military, and he's currently serving. I don't remember who it was, but I saw somebody commenting on it yesterday. It might have been Elizabeth Warren. I don't remember. I think it was. Saying, well, we don't need a weekend co-host from Fox in this position.
Oh, he's much more than that.
Yeah, didn't even mention his military service or the fact that he's currently serving or anything.
I'm telling you, this is going to be great because I'm telling you, it's really sad. Again, I challenge folks to go listen to the stories of all the soldiers that were forced out of the military under threat of all sorts of punishments and stuff and court martials, and some of them were because of the vaccine. They were. I'm talking about heroes, Rob. I'm talking about guys who laid it on the line on the battlefield, and they stood tall against them. And however people feel about the vaccine, I really don't care at this point. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you took it, didn't take it, whatever. What happened to our American military is an atrocity. And they were men and women that were forced out of the service, and they were treated horribly. And I hope that Pete will take care of that and make amends for that stuff. Because I'm going to tell you, we lost a lot of good men and women in the military, a lot of them. And there's a lot of people decided not to join the military because of things that they knew that were going on. Just go hear their story. Don't take Dave's word for it. Go listen to the story of the people and what they went through. I can point you in the direction where interviews are posted online, where there's a guy, he covers as many of them as possible, and he served in the military himself. And the stories, they'll make you cry, man. It'll make you angry when you hear how these people were treated, the disrespect that was done to them. And I'm talking about decorated soldiers. It's just I love this. I am so ready for pride to be brought back into the military. and some of the policies and stuff. And I don't want to be too specific this morning. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but I'm just going to say, Rob, there's some policies and stuff in the military that needs to be just kicked the crap out right now. It needs to go. It is doing nothing but hurting the integrity of the fighting men and women in the field, and it's got to stop. And our leadership, it's not the fighting men and women, it's not those certain. It's the generals and stuff. We've got some bad generals in the military. Not all of them, but they're even the ones that try. They're being shouted down. I'm telling you, and this goes all the way to the top. And Mr. Lloyd Austin was part of the problem. He's a big part of the problem, and he needs to go. I can't. I'm so glad this is fixing to change.
Yes. Oh, that's just funny. But Gino said Trump's fast track on appointments is to keep the left guessing because they can't say anything about any of them before he appoints another.
Oh yeah, they were ready for this. I have heard people saying Bongino for Secret Service director and all that. I honestly would just love to see him be advisor. I want to keep Bongino where he's at. I love what he does. You know what? I love I just do. That would be totally up to him if he offered him something like that. I think Bongino is that voice out there that we need, and so that would stop that if he was in that position to a large degree. I'd just like to see him stay there, but maybe be an advisor in some way or something, But these appointments are rocking right now. They're coming one after another, and I love it. And so, yeah, there's fixing to be some walking papers given to some folks. It's a new day. It's a new day. That's all part of what happens. It's administrations change, people leave. But some of these people, and I did grade, on Sunday night, man, most of them to me get an F. There's a few that I won't give an F to for the current administration in the cabinet because I don't think it's really quite fair because they serve at the, they have to do what the president says to a large degree. I mean, they can only do so many things on their own. So a couple of them I would say, but but maybe not. They tried to a degree, not an A or B or C, but I'd give them a D, maybe a C minus on one of them or two of them. But they have to be, you have to serve and have a great team. And I said this the first time around, President Trump, and he learned he did bad. About 3/4 of the picks he had in the last administration turncoated, man. They turned on him, and he's learned from that, and he's ready to go. He absolutely has a plan. There's no wishy-washy. He's ready to roll.
Well, I actually heard something, and I didn't watch The View, but I saw some of the stuff that they had said yesterday, and they are actually liking some of the picks that Trump is making for the cabinet. I mean, Marco Rubio.
Solid picks. These are good people. Marco Rubio. Yeah, there's solid picks out there.
Yeah, and they were actually commenting on that, and like they couldn't believe it. Oh, this is good picks. This is good picks. Well, yeah, he learned his lesson from last time.
But
he is.
I would expect a huge backlash, though. It's just the way it's going to be. There's going to be a lot coming at him because there's those people that hate Trump and they're just going to hate everything he does. So.
Am I the only one? Is anybody else glad that this press secretary that they have for the White House, Pierre or whatever, that she's going to be gone? Is anybody else just tired of seeing this lady and having her talk so condescendingly to the reporters and the American people? Oh my gosh!
No, I'm so excited about it. I'll be nice. I'm just going to leave it alone. It's a new day. It's just time to move on. We know why she was put in that position. I mean, they told us first day, and it's just really a slap to the face of Americans, and it's just really useless, to be honest. And I will guarantee you they won't never say it because they don't want to lose their position. There are members of the press on both sides in that room that are glad she's gone. They'll never say that because they'll get kicked out if they do. The White House press pool, they will never say it, but I'm telling you, about everybody in that room is probably cheering this. So, but yeah, let's do a quick commercial, Rob. We don't want to miss. It's getting we're a little bit past the half, 6:30 there, and let's pull up our we did a little bit about the new merch, but let's talk about some of those things that we talk about. Again, Southern Fried promo code, 10% off. Go there very, very soon. You're going to see some of that on there. I'm just trying to get my order in, and had some delays there, but that you'll be seeing that soon. I'm going to be giving you some of my views about it, and but I have ordered merch in. And then Rob, talk about this one.
Oh, we got Mammoth Nation. Look, Mammoth Nation is the place to shop if you do online shopping and you're for America. They don't have big box stores on there that take your money and give it out to woke people and woke policies and stuff like that. They support America. These are companies that are American owned. They're vetted. We have a lot of veteran companies on there. These are it is an amazing place to shop. I go on there and I keep checking it out, and there's always new stuff being added. It's a growing area. They do have a small fee to join Mammoth Nation. You can either pay $5 a month or $10 a month, or you can get a lifetime and never have to worry about it again. But I went and did the $10 one. The piece of money that they take in supports the policies that we believe in.
And they say that with the savings you'll get, that money you'll be getting right back. You'll be saving back on some of the discounts and stuff that are available there. I'll be signing up this month myself, and yeah, absolutely, man, so cool. I love it that we're affiliated with Mammoth Nation and with W Energy Drinks, and folks, give them support there. And I know times are tough, and some people may be a little tighter on the money, but definitely do that. Then don't forget our store, which we also want to mention, and then there's some or some QR codes, excuse me, for our Venmo and PayPal. Appreciate that. Anything you do, it just goes back into the podcast if you help us in any way. But if you go through the affiliates, you're getting something for that. And we want to promote those companies, and there's going to be a couple of more. We're working on it. As we grow, we'll have other affiliations that come along. And there may be some folks that want to advertise with us, so we'll just see about those as they come. But they'll always be, Rob. They'll always be stuff that we believe in, and stuff that's good for America. And
yes,
we want good companies, and we want to promote that. And again, we're not out begging for your money. We've never taken a dime in from anybody except through our store, and that's been just a small amount. But again, anything that comes in, it goes to help, and we will make things bigger and better as we go. So a little bit of commercial there for you.
Yes. And while we're on the commercial end of it, let's go ahead and shoot out Animal Rescue Alliance here in Dawsonville. They do great work. They just had their big annual fundraiser, which was actually a larger success than their first one, which was last year. And so they got some much needed help there. But this is still a company that we want to support, and they need your support still on cat litter, old rags, anything like that. If you want to make monetary donations, pet food, like dog or cat food, y'all help them out.
And
that's
also,
right,
Three Ravens Publishing is friends of ours. Have been on the channel, be back on, and their latest titles. I am reading that edition right now. That came from the trailer park. I'm 2 stories in, and that's absolutely great. I have laughed. I've laughed. It's just really cool. I like. You know what, Rob? I'll be honest with you. After reading this, and I am going to write a short one myself and see if I can get included into one of the next series that comes out. I'm going to put some thought in. It's inspired me, man. I don't know if it'll ever make it. I have ideas that are floating around my head. I've always wanted to. I love this because they're submitted by different people, and of course they can take them and proofread them and get all the things right. I'll mess up, but I didn't want to write a full book, but I would like to write a short story, and this is perfect for me. And because it's got the trailer park tie-in, I think I've already got the story. I've just got to get it all down, and I don't know if they'll take it or not. They may laugh at me, but I'm going to try, man. I really am.
Do it, dude.
I am going to submit one. I really am.
I think it would be amazing if you did something like, it came from Rossville.
Well, you're there, dude. It's there. I'm telling you. I got stories that I'm going to add to the sci-fi part
Yeah.
into. It's where it's going to be located, man. So shh, be quiet.
Oh man,
It's
it
coming,
came
man.
out of the duck pond.
Oh, I got a guy's. They've now renamed that. It's called Rossville Commons or something like that, or the pond at Rossville Commons. I got scolded a little bit for that. I'm
That's going
sorry.
to
It's
be the
always going to
duck
be the duck
pond.
pond to me.
It's
They
going to
will
be the
be.
duck pond.
They will be
No,
some locations. I mean, think of all the places in Rossville that I do have experience from trailer parks in Rossville because I had family that lived in them, and I've been to them, and I've met people there, and met people that ran them. But then you got the duck ponds, you've got the quarry, the rock quarry, man. There
yes,
is you got Horseshoe Lake, which most people don't even know existed. The sinkholes that
yes.
Rossville's known for their sinkholes. There's so many things, man. I
You
could
know,
do with that.
we used to paintball around Horseshoe
Yeah.
because all the woods and everything.
Oh yeah.
You know,
You had to
I
walk in.
saw one guy decide that he was going to get away from us. He was going to get out in the water. Oh, he had the worst rash you've ever seen. After
Oh,
you don't go swimming in Horseshoe.
the last thing on ads this morning is the Keeper movie, Amazon Prime.
Yes,
Please go rent or buy that movie and support that story. You won't be. We're going to be talking more about that soon. Hopefully, have Brother Eshelman back on here soon. Now that the movie is out on Prime, and we'll do a follow up, and we'll just dive in and talk more about the movie itself, and things like that. I did share some one of the trailers for the movie. I asked them permission for that. Leading up to that, they said absolutely go for it. So we'll try to do some more of that, put some of those promos into our streams, but definitely want to be a help there. We just love him and love the story. It's a very moving story.
yes, absolutely. Mm-mm-mm.
Michael, she could go to the View. I think you should be a guest on the View. I would pay to see that episode.
Oh my gosh,
Can you
that
see
would be
my
amazing.
how long do you think Michael would last on the View? What seconds? A minute or two? How long does Michael
Well,
last?
it would depend on how long it took them to drag him off. You know, I can see Michael. We're gonna kick you off. Well, how big a boy are you? You know, and how fast can you
I
send
love
some?
it.
I could see it now. They would send some Magilla gorilla looking guy out there to get him and drag him off the stage. He start talking really fast so we get everything in. And the last words and his last thing that he would say as they were dragging him off, you'd hear him scream, "You're ugly!"
And fight, fight, fight. He'd probably say that.
Yeah, yeah. As he's going off, he'd be like, "Fight, fight, fight!" You're
No,
ugly.
yeah, no. And one more thing, he would holler,
What's that?
"Chupacabra."
Chupacabra would eat you, but he don't eat ugly.
I love it. I
Michael,
love it,
you could
man.
do it. You could do it. We need to start a campaign to get Michael on the View. That would
Rob,
be amazing.
we need to play our video on here of us looking for green eyes. We need to get that up. We need to do that tonight. We need to work on getting that up tonight
Oh
and
my
share that.
goodness.
Some people may not have seen that. I think it's hilarious, man. But it's only about a minute and 8 seconds long. We'll see if we can get that
Hey,
loaded up.
we learned about arches from Greg.
I wasn't
On
gonna say that, Michael, but that's what I was thinking.
well, what do you think I was? I was thinking the same thing. That's what do you
I'm
think
not
I
saying
said?
I'm not
Huh?
saying nothing.
Well, I am. You know, I can say it. I'm from South Georgia. We can say stuff. The truth hurts sometimes. And sometimes you just got to lance that bull or yank that band-aid off and go on. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. Chupacabra don't eat ugly, Mike.
Wow.
What? Well, look,
Oh man.
I'll go ahead and throw this out. While I am the clickbait on this show, I'm not the prettiest guy in the world. You know, we could make a case. We could probably find some better clickbait. But until we do, I get to be the clickbait. So,
Man.
neither should I, Michael. Neither should I.
That's right.
We should not insult the chupacabra.
By the way, we've done promos for the Decatur Diner, and I just saw they always put out their menu every day. And if you're in Decatur, Tennessee, go to the Angie's Decatur Diner. It is Meatloaf Wednesday. Awesome, man. I'm always in when it's meatloaf, man. They got some cool vegetables and some desserts, man. I'm telling you, man, you need to go there. But they kill me like they got muffins, man. I'm just a sucker for a muffin, a good muffin. And they got blueberry, chocolate chunk, and cinnamon walnut today for the muffins, man. Ain't nothing like a good hot muffin with coffee. Man, it makes me hungry right there.
I know a lot of people do muffins for breakfast.
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, there's some hotels you go to when you stay at them. They'll have muffins out. I like that.
Hmm.
Sometimes I don't eat heavy for breakfast. I'm maybe on the go, and I'll just
Yeah.
grab something, and that's a good one that you can grab and kind of eat going down the road if you need to or something. But yeah,
Dude, I don't like eating breakfast too early. It just gets on my nerves. It's just too stressful. I'd rather just have my coffee. But once I get ready to eat, look out.
well, I mean, for me, if I could eat breakfast like around 9 to 10, but I'm always in work, and it's really hard to kind of do that. But if I
So you
can
have
eat
to make
around
yourself
that
eat.
time, that's perfect time for me because I just don't like eating early. It kind of bothers my stomach to do that, man. I don't know. I just kind of got to get up and get moving, and uh, but yeah, then I'm all in, man. Throw that full course breakfast at me, man. I love it. That
Mm.
Cracker Barrel Country Boy
Boy,
breakfast,
oh,
man.
I thought that was all they served till they cut back on the portions on it. They
They
started giving
cut
you
back.
half a piece of. Yeah,
I've
you,
never seen any cutback where I've been, man. It's still a lot of food, man.
it's still a full slice of country ham.
Yeah.
Every other place I've been going for Cracker Barrel, you get like half a piece of ham and
Oh,
everything else
really?
now. Yeah.
If they have, I hadn't noticed. Of course, I don't eat as much as I used to. I mean, I've cut back, so it's probably fine because it's still more than I need. But yeah,
3 eggs, ham, uh, mm, hash brown casserole,
oh yeah, bacon
fried
sausage,
apples. I even
crumpled,
like fried apples.
crumpled biscuit with gravy over it. That good Cracker Barrel gravy, crumpled biscuit. Yes.
Dave. Let me go ahead and see if I can. When you crumple it up, it doesn't soak up the gravy properly the way it was meant to soak up.
It's
You
not
see,
supposed
when
to
you have a
soak it all
house
up.
and you put the gravy over the top, it soaks into the top, but you still have dry biscuit on the bottom. And that's the good part. So you combine the gravy and the biscuit.
That's the
You
dumbest
get
thing.
the best of
That's the
both worlds.
dumbest thing I ever heard.
No, it's not, and
I'm calling it out this morning. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
you know good and well that that's true.
Soak up.
Yeah.
You use the biscuit to sop up the gravy, dude. Come on, soak up. That's
How
not
you
even good.
gonna sop it up
That's
if you
not even
crumbled it
good.
up? You've
That's not.
already crumpled
You
up
can
the
still do
biscuit.
that
You've ruined it.
because
You've ruined it.
because I grab an extra biscuit and then I crumple pieces off of it and
God, you don't
sop
grab no
up.
extra biscuit. They
Don't
don't
even
give
you
you
know.
extra
Don't
biscuits at the
turn in
Burger
your
King or
Southern card,
nowhere else.
dude.
Yeah, you need to.
Turn
Don't
your
know how to
Southern
eat
card,
biscuit and gravy.
man.
I
You sound
declare.
like more North Florida than you do South Georgia, man. Come on.
Whoa. Don't go too far now.
See,
You know, you
you went
know.
you went to Florida last night.
No,
See, I think you come
yeah.
back in weird
Let
ways.
me let me explain this to you. All real rednecks come from North Florida. Okay, there's like this line between Georgia and we'll call it Florida, not North Florida, but like Florida. There's this line right at the Panhandle area, and it extends all the way to the coast. And this is where all real rednecks come from. The real ones. Don't talk about them, Dave. Don't. talk about them. There'll be a line of cars going up I-75 coming to visit you, and you don't want that.
We'll do
Oh,
that, Michael. When we go down, when I go down, we're going down. We'll do that. We'll do that.
We could do that.
By the way, I bet those rednecks from North Florida, I bet they crumple their biscuit, dude.
I bet they don't either. I bet they don't.
We gonna find out. We gonna find out.
I bet they don't. Well, the women may.
No. You know I'm right.
No, I don't. No.
I do some.
Have you ever tried just putting your biscuit in half and putting the gravy on it?
Have I ever done it? Yeah, I didn't like it. It's most annoying.
And so you crumple your biscuit before you eat it. So you're kind of like a bird in a way. You like your stuff pre-chewed and I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. I shouldn't.
Early in the morning, being all nasty like that. You need some nice lessons.
I'm trying to give you nice lessons. I'm showing you what not to do. You know. So what I'm hoping to see, this is now, I really would like to see this. You talk about guests on The View. Could you see Homan as a guest on The View?
Oh, that wouldn't last long. They would never bring him in, but
there you go, Mike. Yeah. There he is.
There he is. You know, George.
Y'all get the chance to watch.
By the way, there is a video that he did. There's a video he did about his new dog. Dude, you need to watch it.
Do I? Okay.
Crack me up, man. Crack me up.
Did you get a puppy?
Yeah, but it's a puppy, but it's I forget what it's not a lab, I don't think. But anyway, you need to go watch the video.
Okay.
Wow. I laughed so hard. He's a funny guy, he really is. He's perfect. I'm a big fan of what I call dry humor. And people that do one-liners and stuff, that I've never really been a fan of that. It's just not funny to me. But people that with the way they look and the inflection of their voice and they'll tell little funny things, I'll laugh at stuff like that for days. It just cracks me up.
Yeah. Now I do like just about all types of humor. You know, stand-up comics, not the one-liners, the storytelling. I love it. I still think the best comedian ever was Jerry Clower. Knock him out, John. I'm telling you, there's not many stories funnier than what he could tell. And I mean, just amazing. And just reach out and grab your funny bone and yank it right out your throat.
You just told the secret sauce. It's the storyteller. And that's what a lot of people in the South are really known for, is these stories that they tell, and there's humor mixed in. And these are things that we pass down from generation to generation. I mean, they're just funny. I mean, you know, stories about all kinds of things, whether it's truck driving or moonshining or whatever, man. You hear these stories, man. They're just fascinating, man. And some people became comedians because they were such great storytellers and their timing was so good. I mean, they were, if you go back and he just, I think he just passed not long ago. Funniest Man in America, James Gregory, loved him. This guy worked at a company and he was cracking up his coworkers, and they told him, man, like, you need to go get on stage somewhere. That's what this is, man. These people were funny, you know, around their family, and their family's like, you gotta get to a bigger audience. You're so good. But that's where a lot of these folks, you know, got their start, man, is telling their family and their coworkers and stuff these funny stories, and then they became famous comedians. It's great.
I think Jerry Clower he sold something. I think it was either feed or fertilizer, something. But I think that's how he got started. Was telling the stories while he was doing that, and that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
When he made up a whole imaginary family, the Ledbetters, and yes,
Yeah, and I was just fixing to say that, and that's part of that timing. But he knew how to throw the hook,
yeah,
And before you were laughing because you didn't know where the hook was going to come in. He kept you in the story long enough that he dropped the hook on you, and you never knew at what point in the story it was going to happen. And it might be two or three of the same story.
yeah. But he started talking about all the Ledbetters, Uncle versus the aunt. I can't remember the aunt's name, and then Marcel, Udale, Nadale, and I go all the way down through this long old list and come up egg close.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a whole bunch of youngins in that family. They talking about them went to church one day and there was a house fire in town. So they drove their truck right up in the middle of the fire and stomped the fire out. Said the mom was telling me, "You stomp over here. You get that over there." Da 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 da. Said they stomped the fire out and they passed the hat around. Said, "What you gonna do with all that money?" I reckon I'm gonna get the brakes fixed on that truck. Get it?
I got it.
You didn't? Okay.
Yeah, he is funny, Michael.
Henry Cho?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's a South Korean. It means, he talks Southern. That is funny watching an Asian person talk with a Southern accent, an American Southern accent. Oh my goodness. So, other than Homan and Michael, who else would you pick to be on the View?
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Dan Bongino on there.
Dan Bongino's skin would fall off. There's no way he could ever do it. No, I don't want to see Dan Bongino because
It'd
his
be
skin would
great.
literally fall off. It would be hilarious.
No, I think their skin would fall off. Because you remember when he got really they decided not to extend his contract at Fox.
Yeah.
But him and Rivera would get on there, and he backed on Rivera off. It's hilarious.
Oh, he did. It was funny. Oh, I saw some of those.
Well, Terrence would be a great pick too.
Who?
Definitely.
Who?
Terrence, was it Williams? Oh man.
Oh, I know.
Funny guy, man.
We'll never see this, but I would love to see Gutfeld on there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Or with Cyrus, because he'd need some protection. I don't think he's that big of a guy. Some of them girls on there got some big old arms. They might well on you.
Oh, by the way, one of I heard this. I seen this story real quick before we had to go. A guy, one of the Newsmax weekends news people, at the end of October, fell off a horse, and he's paralyzed from the neck down now.
Oh no!
I can't think of his name this morning. Y'all pray for him. He's in, trying to move forward with his life and get him to. I mean, he's never going to be mobile again, but that's a lot. Talk about life changing, and but he is alive, and they are working with him to get him to be the best he can be. So, and they hope that one day he can come back some way and still do some reporting and stuff. But there's a GoFundMe. You just look it up on Newsmax, but there's a GoFundMe out there, for medical bills and stuff for him. But that's so sad,
It is sad.
Man, that's sad. Just to see your life just turned around like that in a split second.
Yeah.
That's what happened to wasn't it Christopher Reeves? Wasn't that what happened to him?
Yes.
Off the horse, and it was really sad.
I got one more for you, real quick. Darius Rucker. Did you hear what happened with him?
I'm not sure.
Went to ET. I can't remember the name of the school. I was looking for it. Went to the school and went out there and because they play wagon wheel. It's in Johnson City, Tennessee, and they play wagon wheel there all the time because he actually mentions Johnson City, and he goes out there and he's not singing. He just goes out there and they're playing the song, and he was talking about how awkward that it felt and knew it was awkward for everybody else there. ETSU is where it was.
Yeah, Eastern Tennessee State University.
Yeah, and he said, he put a very exact amount out there. It was like to their NIL program, and how much was it? The exact amount he put out there that he gave them was $2,980.
Cool.
He said that was $10 for every second he stood at midfield during wagon wheel, thinking it was as awkward as y'all did. Could you imagine? You're not even singing your song. You're just out there standing there. How awkward is that? So apparently everybody thought that was awkward. So I found humor in that. Oh, here's $10 a second for your NIL fund. Let's not do that again. All right. Well, we've made it to 7 o'clock. Dave's got to go to work, drop the youngins off at school.
Yeah.
The grandchildren. Oh, we hope y'all have a great and wonderful Wednesday. Halfway through. Keep your chin up. You've got this. You make it through today, you'll be over halfway there. So, well, Dave, you got anything else you want to yell out this morning?
Just God bless America. Pray for the new administration, all these appointments, and we'll see you tonight on Humpday News.
Live.
Live.
Like, follow, subscribe, share. Yeah, y'all know what to do.
Appreciate, again, all the streams. I appreciate those that are in here from Instagram, and we'll cross over 800 followers today on Instagram. We appreciate you so very much.
Absolutely. All right. Well, y'all have a great day. Salute. Get out there and get to work.
Crumple your biscuit, Rob, today. Crumple it.
Let me tell you about crumpling biscuits. Don't you come up with no crumpling biscuits, Dave. You just need to split it in half. It's the best way. The best.
We know better. America knows better.
No, you know better.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.